Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the Derry Girls book tag, and if you are unfamiliar with Derry Girls, it is a television show over here in the UK. I don't know if you can watch it in America, maybe, I'm not sure, but it is a TV show based in the city of Derry in Northern Ireland. I live in Northern Ireland, but I am not from Derry. I am from Belfast, but I've been to Derry. It's lovely. But anyway, this tag was created by the lovely Aoife over at Pretty Purple Polka Dots, and I will leave her original video in her channel and that down below. So, and yeah, like I love the TV show Derry Girls, and I was just like, I need to do it. I'm not a Derry girl, but I need to do it. Okay. So the first question, the questions are all for all the different characters in the show. So the first one is for Erin, a book it took time to warm to. Now I've read a lot of books in my time that took me a little while to get into. The ones that came to the top of my head were Nevernight, but let's not talk about that. We don't talk about her anymore in this house. But I suppose my second choice would have been Priory of the Orange Tree, mostly because it's a huge book. It's nearly 900 pages, and for a good half of it, it's a lot of world building and a lot of build up. So yeah, it took a while to get into that one, but all in all, it was an alright book. It was good. I think I give it 4 stars in the end. But yeah, Michelle, your favorite strong female character. Now, the word strong here could be used in many different ways. Like, if you want to talk about a character who is like strong physically, I probably would go with Kyoshi from The Shadow of Kyoshi, you know, the Avatar books. Because obviously she's very strong, you know, she's a big gal, she's got big fists. But if I wanted to talk about a character who was also whose strength came from within, I suppose I would probably go for, let me see, probably the main character from the Henna Wars. What was her name? Hold on. Let me remember her name. Nishat. Nishat from the Henna Wars. It's a story about a girl who comes out as a lesbian to her Muslim family, and you know she faces a lot of a lot of unpleasantness, you know, from her family. They don't talk to her for a lot of it. They almost treat her, they start treating her differently, and her sister's really the only one that's there for her. But you know, she finds strength in herself and in the love that she has for her sister, and vice versa. And just, yeah, she is a very strong-willed wee girl, and I love that for her. I love this book, and her overall is just a wonderful character. Claire, an LGBT romance. Bonus points if it's a female-female romance. Well, we just talked about it. The Henna Wars, female-female romance. I have a lot. But also I would say Cinderella is Dead. Let me see, LGBT. Up on the top shelf is some other ones that I have, including Cemetery Boys, Love, Simon, and all of Simon James Green books. But seeing as we're talking about female, I'll go with the Henna Wars and Cinderella is Dead. Orla, a character with their head in the clouds. Now, I had 2 thoughts for this. One was Lara Jean from To All the Boys I Loved Before, because she got on my nerves, something fierce, mostly because she had her head so far up in the clouds, it felt like she was like partying with the Care Bears. Like, so many times when I was reading those books, particularly the last one, like there were so many times where it was like she had no sense of reality. Everything was cupcakes and scrapbooks with that wee girl, and I'm like, can you come back down to earth, please? But another character who I love and adore with my whole heart, Laszlo Strange from Strange the Dreamer up there. He is the sweetest, purest boy, and he's just so fascinated with stories and myths and everything like that. Like, yeah. So I've named two. A character that got on my nerves, Lara Jean, and a character that I loved, Laszlo Strange. James, a translated book. I don't even think I have. I mean, would mangas count? I have a lot of manga, so like I could say Death Note, because surely the original Death Notes were written in Japanese, because it's a story that was written by someone who is Japanese. So I'll go with I'll go with all the manga that I own. Death Note, Black Butler, Full Metal Alchemist. I guess I'll just go with those because they're obviously translated, right? Okay. Sister Michael, a book you studied at school. Now, I didn't do English literature at school. I wanted to, but they just deemed me not smart enough, so they were all like, no, you do something else, and I'm like, whatever. Story of my life. But let me see. Another book that I remember reading in school was Across the Barricades by, what was the name of the author? Can't remember, but funnily enough, I remembered that because Derry Girls is a show that's set during the Troubles, and Across the Barricades is also set during the Troubles, so yeah, but we'll not get into that. Another one that I remember reading in school, we read a lot of Roald Dahl in school. I remember reading Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I think that Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. I remember reading that in school. I was young, okay. But like I would probably still read Roald Dahl to this day. And like I love the movie adaptations. Anyway, Ma Mary and Dad Jerry, your favourite bookish parents. Oh, I skipped one. Oh, I'll come back to the one I skipped in a second. But for Ma Jerry and Dad for Ma Mary and Dad Jerry, favorite bookish parents. I do have favorite bookish parents, but I can't tell you who they are because it would spoil The Last Hours by Cassandra Clare by telling you the parents, because that series is about the children of said parents, and if you haven't read The Infernal Devices, I can't tell you who the parents are, so that would be a spoiler. But I predominantly read young adult, and a lot of times the parents are not present. They're either dead or they have like a really like, I don't talk to my father, he always used to beat me, and it's like, yeah. I'm trying to think. Simon's parents, I guess, from Love, Simon. They're very supportive of him when he comes out. Let me see. Percy Jackson's mom and his stepdad. I believe his mother's name is Susan. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it starts with an S. And he has a stepdad who are just so wonderful and wholesome. Like, she always has food waiting on him. Like, she's a lovely mom. The one that I skipped, was Granda Joe, a grumpy character you can't help but love. I mean, the first one that came to my head was Zuko, because he's mostly grumpy most times, but underneath it all, he is a sweet, sweet boy. And yeah, he's my sweet firebending son. I love him. Right, Janny Joyce, your favourite bookish clever clogs. Let me see. I mean, I could say Hermione Granger, but we don't talk about her in this house anymore. Sokka. I'll stick with the Avatar roots. Sokka. Sokka gets a bad rep because obviously if you've read any Avatar comics or if you watch the show, he's always deemed as like the goofball, the one that's always falling over, and but like he is really, really smart. He is a great battle strategist. Like, he can read maps really well. He like comes up with all the different ideas. Like, Sokka is really, really smart. Like, justice for Sokka. Anyway, Aunt Sarah, a book with a pretty cover. Well, I talked about the Henna Wars. That has a beautiful cover. But I've shown you guys many books from the shelf behind me that have beautiful covers on them. But for the day, I'll just show you my Illumicrate edition of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Isn't she lovely? And like the actual like book underneath with the cover art, like with the art underneath the dust jacket. Like, okay, can you go back together, please? Can you like not choose chaos today? That'd be great. And like the sprayed edges, like we love that. It's low-key the same color blue almost as Strange the Dreamer's sprayed edges. A little bit, maybe a bit lighter, but yeah. But But I've shown you guys a lot of pretty books on my shelf, so like any of the ones here behind me would have done. But anyway, Uncle Calm, a book you can't shut up about. Well, I never shut up about Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. Strange the Dreamer. What other books do I not shut up about? All Simon James Green's books I never shut up about. Those are like my favorites. But like, if I haven't persuaded any of you to read Heart of Iron and Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston, that little duology, I need to delete my channel because those are amazing. They're behind my Funko of Zuko right there. He's guarding them for me, but like, they're amazing. Yeah. And then the last one is Friends Across the Barricades. Tag 3 Derry Girls Lovers in the book community. Well, I don't even know if anybody watching this is a fan of Derry Girls, but if you are, consider yourself tagged. Yes, consider yourself tagged if you're a fan of Derry Girls, if you watch the show. Yeah, then you are officially tagged. I just felt like I had to do this tag because, yeah, like, I'm not from Derry, but those Derry Girls are my people, so I had to do it. But anyway, if you're a fan of Derry Girls, consider yourself tagged. So yeah, if you don't want to make a video, just like leave your answers in the comments, or let me see, I'll ask you guys a question. So for the very last question, what's a book that you can't shut up about? Like, what's a book that you just rattle on and on about all the time and everybody's just like, yeah, we know, but like, so just like, let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Thanks for the support over the last few weeks. Like I said, I am back at work now, so yeah, so for the time being, it might be a random tag video and obviously my wrap-ups and TBRs and whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. Leave a comment down below letting me know what book it is you can't shut up about, and also down below I will have my Twitter, my Instagram, and obviously Aoife's original video. Thank you, Aoife, for creating this tag. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!